Alichukua ndoo ingine hapo nilikuwa naosha nayo choo, akachukua maji kwa tap. Akanimwagia mara 3. Amejaza mara 3. Sasa mimi sikusimama. Akakuja na key akalock. Akaenda mpaka the following day. Kufika pale hospitali nikawekewa maji. Sasa unajua kufika pale hospitali hakuna mtu anaweza kukubeba. Unajua huyo mama alikuwa anakataa kunishika hata mkono. Ili crawl tu staircase mpaka chini. Kufika hapo chini driver akanisaidia kuingia kwa gari. So kufika pale OC, unajua mtu atakusaidia kushika mgonjwa wako. So aliletewa wheelchair. Aanze kunisukuma, so naweza cheka kidogo because aliniserve kidogo tu. So ile kunisukuma tu hivi, yani sasa akaanza kujionyesha vile yeye ananipenda, she is caring, and the people are like, huyu madam ni mzuri, anashughulikia huyu maid wake. But I realize that is what narcissists do. They can torture you in private, but in public wataonyesha vile wao ni wazuri. So I had to go back to the village and start from zero.
With 2 children.
Yeah, I was 3 months pregnant, and my daughter was around 2 years and some months. So I went back to the village. I just became a laughing stock in the village. After every month, I have 50 cartons of water from ground floor up to the upper floor. Na hapo kuna kazi nyingine inakungoja.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Candid with Yvonne. Now, many Kenyans go to Saudi Arabia in search for greener pastures, and this is no different for Debra Nyanchoka from Nyamira County. The mom of 2 went to Saudi Arabia in 2020 to look for work, to fend for her 2 kids. And today she tells us her experiences in Saudi Arabia and why she came back. She's also an author, and she calls herself the lucky mom. Karibu sana.
Okay, thank you for hosting me.
Umesafiri kutoka Kisii.
Yeah.
Ukakuja overnight, tunakukaribisha sana. We know you're tired, but we're excited to know your story and to hear, what you have in store for us.
Nimeshukuru sana.
Tell us, why do you call yourself the lucky mom?
I'm the lucky mom, Debra Nyanchoka. My real name is Debra Nyanchoka, but I became the lucky mom, Debra Nyanchoka, because I've gone through a lot. The main thing, I survived death 2 times in Saudi Arabia. Now I'm back home. Wow. So that one is enough to call me myself the lucky mom.
Yes, it's enough to call yourself the lucky mom.
So I'm officially the lucky mom.
And we are happy that you survived to come and tell the story. So tunaomba kwanza hizo experiences zako zenye ulipata kule, tuna hope that they can inspire someone else who's even looking for work, because people still go to Saudi Arabia, people still look for work. So we hope that experience can encourage people and teach them how to behave while outside the country, sindio?
Yeah, true. I agree with you.
And you're also an author. Please tell us a little bit about the 2 books that you've written.
I'm an author of 2 books. My first book is The Life of a Covered Star. It is written by the lucky mom, Debra Nyanchoka. And another one is The Untold Modern Slavery in the Middle East. They are already in the Kindle store live and ready for purchase. Being a housemaid, it doesn't mean that you have to, you are not learned. I'm a graduate.
Nice.
Yeah. I have a degree in Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship from Moi University main campus. I also have a professional course of CPA. So I can be an accountant.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
I think you have it going for you, and we like that, nothing is stopping you from pursuing any passion that you have.
Yeah, I'm not choosy. So that's why I decided to look for green pastures. After struggling for 6 years, maybe after campus, I finished campus in 2014. I had to struggle here and there for 6 years. There was no job in Kenya. And as an entrepreneur, I saw that opportunity of going to Saudi Arabia. And I said, why don't I take the risk?
Yeah.
We are told to take risks as entrepreneurs. Though I took the high risk, but it changed my life. Okay. Now I'm the lucky mom.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Let's go sit somewhere so you can tell me the story and the things that pushed you to, take that risk to go to Saudi, despite hearing all the horrible stories that happen over there.
Okay.
So this way, I'll show you where to sit.
I was born in a polygamous family. My dad had 3 wives, with a total of 22 children. But in my mother's house, we were 8. One is late already. I'm the 7th born. And in general, I'm the 21st. Yeah.
Okay. Na masomo ilikuwaje?
Masomo ni kujipigania because now babangu wako ana shida, alikuwa anapenda masomo but wewe ndio utajikaza. So ukijikaza ni sawa, he was ready to support you. Yeah. So mimi nilisoma nikamaliza primary, nikaenda high school. I went to Stronger Girls High School. Though sikufanya vibaya but nilikuwa mgonjwa wakati wa exam. So ikawa nime perform vibaya sana tuseme, because I used to be a top 10 student. I scored a B- and I had to go back to Nyaikuro Mixed SDA where I scored a P plain. But unfortunately my name was misspelled and I was so naive, I didn't know where to start from. So I had to start now. I lost hope. I just became pessimistic and I realized that now I have no future. Then I started looking for jobs. I started teaching. It was an Arambe school, let me say, back in my home. So I wanted to teach chemistry because I was so good in sciences, but that school, they told me to teach CRA, history, and I was given 4 streams from Form 1 to Form 4. But the fun thing is that I was paid 1,000 Kenyan shillings for those 2 months, and I got discouraged. So luckily there was somebody in that staff who advised me to go to another school where they wanted a chemistry teacher. So when I went to that school, I thank God because that was maybe my breakthrough. That principal knew that I was going to join campus, but I had to explain to him that my name was misspelled and I'm not sure if I'll join campus because those are 2 different people. He advised me that I can help the other students in chemistry, but they can also register me to rectify my name. He appreciated my work and finally they registered me, and I was able now to pass with flying colors. I was able to join Moi University main campus, the School of Human Resource. I did Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. And I also did CPA as a professional course.
That's nice.
Yeah.
After campus, where did you work? Did you, venture into the same course that you did? Did you work in the same field?
No. Everybody after campus, they have that hopes like after graduation, maybe in the next coming week, maybe I'm going to secure a job.
Sure.
To me, was different. That's a different story. It took me 6 good years without securing a job.
In the meantime, what were you doing when you were not?
I became a mother. Let me say, I became a mother in 3rd year.
Okay.
In the university. But the fun thing is that I was rejected. I became a single mother, but nobody knew that. I was very friendly with people and I was a strong lady. So nobody knew that I was rejected. So I finished campus with my daughter. And then I had to force things like, no, I don't want to be a single mother. I have to go to my husband.
The father of this child.
Yeah, the father of my daughter. So reaching there, he was coming from tribe A, let me say A, and I was coming from tribe B. It happened that his parents, they didn't like me. They didn't want somebody from a different tribe. And we were of different classes. They were of high class and I was coming from low class. So they didn't want their son to get married to somebody who was poor. So when I went there, it didn't happen. They told me I have to go back and get married to a man from my own tribe, maybe tribe B. So I had to go back. So going back, I had to go back to the university and started a small business. I opened a cave called Debbie's Cave. Then because of this social media, my ex realized that I was going on well. And he contacted me again and told me, you know what, I'm not going to follow anybody's advice. Just come back, we take care of our baby. So I went back. I had to carry everything, even my workers. I had 2 workers. I had to carry them to the town where my ex was living now, the husband. So reaching there, I stayed for 3 months. I became pregnant. Now becoming pregnant, this is where another problem now came. I had, and now the mother was very angry with me, and she told me that I should leave her son alone. So, and he was not ready to protect me, though he was not a bad person. He's somebody quiet, but maybe his mother overpowered him.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had to go back to the village and start from zero.
With
Yeah.
2 children.
Yeah, I was 3 months pregnant, and my daughter was around 2 years and some months. So I went back to the village. I just became a laughing stock in the village. I was like, I had come home with degrees, 2 degrees. Now this is pregnancy and another baby. So I had to start plucking tea in the village. Going to the buying center, people are just laughing at me like, even if you went to school, those who went to school and those who didn't go to school, we are just the same. That statement used to hurt me so much. So I decided that after I gave birth, I left my son with my mom. He was 1 year. Then I came to Nairobi with my daughter. So I started hustling. So my brother hosted me, but by now he's late. May he so rest in peace. He hosted me, but he didn't stay for long before he died. So I had to start another life again, alone, because I didn't have any job. So I decided to move around. Started working at the construction site. That is where I got my first school fees for my daughter. So I was able to pay the whole amount of the year. It was not that expensive. Then I had to look for a house. I found a nice landlady. She just hosted me like my mom. We were just sleeping on the floor with my daughter. So then I found that work so hard. So I decided to move again around because I didn't have money to go to town and drop my documents, and I was not sure of myself. So I started moving to small caves in Githurai 45. I got a nice lady who gave me a job. She trained me on how to do M-Pesa, and I could do the dishes and cook chapati. I'm a nice chef. So I stayed with that lady for around 6 months, and I realized that, previously I was owning a cave. So the little amount I got, I started cooking my mandazi and samosa on the streets in Githurai 45. Then I have a nice friend of mine who told me, you know what, Debra, you are learned. I'm going to give you a laptop and train you how to do online writing. At least you can be able to pay your bills comfortably. I thank her so much. So I was trained on how to do the online writing, but it was not easy to leave this business of selling samosa because this was the main source of income. So I was like, I have to do in the morning, do my samosa and sell chapati because I had many customers. People could order at night. So tomorrow when I wake up, I'm just cooking the orders that were made previous day. So I was like, I'll better do this business in the morning, then maybe at night I'm going to do writing. So it happened that I woke up, I used to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the road and start cooking. So it happened that day I had many customers, and I was so surprised. I didn't know it was a setup. So people went to my house, they stole that laptop. And they took my phone. So, and gas cylinder. That gas cylinder was just gifted by my brother. So it became so hard for me. So going back to the house, but my daughter used to prepare her. When she wakes up, she just eats, carries the food and go to school. So that day I didn't see her. I was like, why is she still in the house? Let me go and check. So going to the house, the door was wide open. My daughter is not there. I can't see the laptop. I can't see my phone. So I was so shocked. So I had to go and report at Kimpo police station, and they were like, you have to pay this money for the
investigation.
Petrol.
Oh,
Petrol so that
fuel the car.
Fuel the car, yeah. So I had to use all the one that I had sold, and now I remained with nothing. But luckily it was almost at the end of the term. My daughter was graduating to grade 1. So I stayed for 2 days. She graduated and we had to go back home. And it happened during that time. It was the time my brother died. So this brother of mine was the main breadwinner. So going back to the village, now people are looking at me like, you are the one who finished university.
Yeah.
Now you are going to change the picture of your family because now your brother is gone. And I was like, I don't have a job. So then my mom said, because people have stolen from you, you are not going to take care of the baby. Maybe even this baby is going to be stolen. Let me stay with the kids. You just go hustle on your own. You can send money back home. Yeah, that is when I came and I went to Rongai. There's my sister-in-law in Rongai. She showed me what she was doing, selling food at the site. You go to the site and ask, do you want food? I can cook for you. So that is how I got some sites. And people, they liked my food. So it became a nice business. I did it for 1 year. Carrying food to the sites also and cooking using fire. Every time I was very busy. Carrying food to the site, back you are carrying firewood on your head. So I did that for 1 year and I started fainting now. I think it was because of the fire. I was affected by the fire. So I decided I'd rather stop this and do something else. So that's why I was like, why don't I even start, maybe I can even become a maid, so that maybe I can get time, I maybe shower, because when you work at the site, you don't shower, you have limited time. So that is when I went to a bureau. That was it changed my life, let me say like that. So I went to the bureau, and there's somebody from a high-class family in the country. I can't mention the name. So they wanted somebody who can cook, and I was given an interview to cook. I was with other ladies who did catering. So I made my samosa, and they liked it. That is how I was taken. Yeah, it was nice. I went there, I worked for 6 months. And that is the time I bought a smartphone. So I was able to buy a smartphone, and I can pay school fees for my daughter now back at home. So I worked there for 6 months. Then they didn't want me for so long. They wanted somebody for 6 months. Then I went back to the same bureau, and I got another job for another pilot. They were so nice. They were so nice. Those people, they treated me so well, because I felt that strangers can like you. They just took my kids like theirs. They could give me gifts. I take to my kids. I liked that family. So the challenge here is that my salary was lower than my expenses. Yeah, my expenses were higher. So I was like, I have to provide to my family, then I have to pay rent. Yeah, so life was not easy. So before I left that job, I went to my house just like normal. It was at night. I used to stay with a friend. She was a lady. We had only one bed. That lady was a teacher. She was teaching in academy. So it was my off day. I went to Njiru. I was staying in Njiru. So when we were sleeping at night, this lady had woken up to prepare herself to go to school. And then I was like, she had some sound. This is for paper bag from under the bed. And she was like, let me put the light on and see what is happening. She used the torchlight. And immediately I heard her screaming like, snake, snake, snake. And I was like, what? Then we had very good neighbors. They came and they killed. It was a very big snake that was under our bed. So I didn't know how it came, but I think it's God's plan. So I went to the job where I was working for that pilot, and I resigned. They didn't wrong me in any way. I just resigned and came back to the house. Then I started getting depressed again. Then I went back to the same bureau to look for a job. Then I got another job in Parklands. They were paying me well. Yeah, they sent somebody aboard this ride aboard Uber to pick me from Hurlingham to Parklands. On the way to Parklands, I got an accident. That accident, it left me with no injury.
It was the border that hit. How, what happened?
No, the car was coming from the other side, and the border was on the highway. This the carman was just like, I showed you an indicator. They were arguing, yeah. So this border man just jumped and left the border. So I fall down, and the border was on my body. Yeah. So people are gathering, and I was like, no, I don't want media to see this. Maybe they will capture me and stress my mom at home. And I was like, no, I'm okay. Let's go. But I didn't do that job. I had some pain in my back, and I didn't go to that job. So I stayed in the house almost a month without a job. And then I was like, my friend told me, there are people are going to Saudi Arabia. You can go. And I was like, why don't I try? Because I've tried Kenya and the things are not working out. So maybe I'll just go to Saudi Arabia, but I'm not going to tell anybody. So, you know, my mom knew I had a job.
In Nairobi.
So maybe they knew that maybe I was saving. I didn't have any savings because of I used to have expenses too. So I lied to my mom, like, I have paid commission, now I'm going to Qatar. So everybody knew that I was going to Qatar. But the truth is that I was going to Saudi Arabia. So I traveled to Saudi Arabia without the knowledge of nobody. Reaching Saudi Arabia, I stayed for 5 months without communicating. Yeah. So, but the 6th month is when I bought my line. It's called STC line. So I communicated home. When I called my sister, she saw something like Saudi Arabia, and I told her, no, this is my boss who is in Qatar, and she's using the Saudi Arabia line. So I told my sister not to call that line again. It was mine. So I didn't want to stress them because my mom now was stressed. People could go home and tell her, like, you know what, you know your daughter might not come back. She didn't know where I was, but she was so stressed by maybe you can have enemies whom you don't know. Yeah. So they used to stress her, but the fact is that I called her and I told her, you know what, I got a job in the royal family and I'm safe.
Okay.
So I used to call her once in a month so I could ask her what they need. The moment they tell me what they need, I just write it down and contact somebody who was a shop owner in my village. Ask the prices of everything and I pay them. Then if I can send her something little she can use, that is okay. After I've gathered everything they wanted. Okay. Yeah.
How was life in Saudi, like your experiences there? Were your bosses good to you? How was work like?
Yeah. In Saudi Arabia, I can't say it's good or bad. It depends with an individual. To me, 50% was good, 50% was bad. Yeah. If it's work, you have to work for 18 hours. That is the reality. You wake up 6, you sleep 12, midnight. For me, I was working for 10 people. During the day, it was a palace and people used to come in during the day. So during the day, I can work for more than 20 because of the visitors who come. So maybe at night is when I work for 10 people. Yeah, and I used to work, clean 16 rooms and the 4 toilets and bathroom. And at least I could wash 100 plus pieces of clothes and iron them the same day because there's no way you can pile them up together. Itakuwa shida kuziosha the next day, zitakuwa nyingi because hao watu hubadilisha nguo maybe mara 4 hata mara 4 kwa siku. Yeah.
Walikuwa wanakutreat aje pia hawa watu?
Yeah, mimi wakati wa chakula tuseme treatment ya chakula, nilikuwa napewa chakula mara ya kwanza, nilikuwa napewa chakula vizuri. Ikafika time huyu madamu wangu ndio tuseme alikuwa mbaya kidogo. Akawa anaanza kunipea chakula yenye imeungwa na ni kidogo. So unajua Mwarabu vile unamuonyesha ndiye atakupeleka. So mimi sasa ilifika time mimi nikasema siwezi kula hiyo kidogo na tena imeungwa. Na nikamwambia mimi kwetu Kenya tunakula ugali. So mimi siwezi fanya kazi kama siwezi kula ugali. So nilikuwa natafuta njia ya kupata ile chakula yangu naweza kula nishibe. So nikamwambia, nilikuwa nimeona watu wameandika kwa mtandao kuna unga inaitwa semolina unaweza kununua ni 5 reals. So nilikuwa nanunua hiyo unga na pika.
Okay.
Yeah, so hizi vitu zingine si kuwa nakula kama tuseme Fruits naweza press, you can see nilikuwa nimejaribu kupress some videos. Unaweza press 5 liters but huwezi onja. Hautaonja hata glass. So I was like, why don't I make a video now to make orange juice? Maybe itanisaidia in future ninunue juice. So sikuwa na shida. So naweza tengeneza content nikitengeneza juice. Hata kama sitakunywa najua nitakunywa huko mbeleni. So nilikuwa nafanya hivyo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na kwa experiences zote zenye ulipata kule Saudi Arabia, what were the most painful ones zenye zilifanya uka regret or ukafeel sasa mbona nilikuja huko?
Yeah. Sana ni 2. Pia kuna ya 3 naweza guzia kidogo. Mara ya kwanza wakati nilikuwa nimeingia ndio corona ilikuwa imeanza.
Okay. Okoje ulienda mwaka gani?
Niliingia 2020 January. So ndio corona ilikuwa imeanza. Ika happen kuwa mtoto wa hiyo nyumba ameshikwa na corona. They didn't tell me, they just kept it as a secret. So hawakuniambia. Wao wakahama, wakaniacha na huyu mgonjwa and they gave me instructions on what I was supposed to do. Kumpikia vile na nilikuwa nafua kila kitu. So mimi sikuwa najua kama kwa nini yeye amebaki nyuma. So after 2 weeks hizo za quarantine wakarudi. So huyu mtoto akapeleka hospitali ndio nikaona wana celebrate like amepona corona. Hapa ndio nilikuwa najua kumbe guy huyu alikuwa na corona. So I was like, I'm somebody's daughter too. I'm somebody's mother too. Why didn't they tell me? At least hata ni wanipea hata mask precautions. So I was like, madam, why didn't you tell me that your kid had corona? And she was like, is she your kid? What business do you have with my kid? So I was like, this person is inhuman. So I said I don't have to talk much because this is a sick person. So siwezi aanze kuona kama sitaki mtoto wake apone. So nikasema let it be.
Ulipata COVID yote?
Sikupata. Sasa unajua Mungu ananipenda. So I think inaweza kuwa ina sound ni vizuri I'm the lucky mom already.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah. So nilifurahi, though nilikuwa nimekasika but nilifurahi kuwa Mungu ananipenda, sikuweza kushikwa na hiyo corona. Sasa kidogo mimi ile kazi nilikuwa nafanya mingi, saa zingine huwa nilikuwa nachoka. So it happened that siku nyingine nilikuwa nasikia vibaya kabisa. Miguu yangu ilikuwa imefura, kutoka chini kuna blisters, niko na blisters zenye zinatoa uzazi, nilikuwa natembea kama duck. So ikafika time nimechoka, nikamwambia madam, unaweza nipeleka hospitali, nasikia vibaya. Akasema ni kazi utaki. Saudi Arabia kama unasema unasikia vibaya, wadosi wote watasema utaki kazi. Utaki kazi na ulinunuliwa pesa na unalipwa. So ufai kusema kitu yote juu ulifanyiwa hizo vitu zote. So ika happen kuwa nasikia tu niko weak. Nikasema kama hataki kunipeleka hospitali nitapiga simu kwa ofisi. So ika happen, sijui Mungu vile aliniguide mimi nikaenda kwa room yangu, sikuwa nakubaliwa kutoka na simu kwa room yangu. So nikachukua hiyo simu nikaweka kwa socks kwa juala hivi nikaweka hapa. Nikaenda kwa bafu kupiga simu. So kufika pale nilikuwa na intention ya kupiga simu, ilikuwa around 1. Ni ya kupiga simu nikapata mtoto ako kwa bafu ananawa, so akani confuse. Sikuenda kupiga simu. Nilianguka pale kwa bafu. Then sasa nilikuwa nasikia but singeweza kusimama. So ule mtoto vile aliniona nimeanguka akakimbia kuita mama yake. Melina ameanguka. Unajua ukifika pale wanakubadilishia jina. So walikuwa wananiita Melina. Ambia tu Melina ameanguka. Huyo mama hakukuja. Akaa kama masaa mawili hivi ndio akaja. Sasa vile alikuja pale, mimi nilikuwa nadhani sasa amekuja kunisaidia maybe anipeleke hospitali. Alichukua ndoo nyingine hapo nilikuwa naosha nayo choo, akachukua maji kwa tap. Akanimwagia mara 3. Amejaza mara 3. Sasa mimi sikusimama. Akakuja na key akalock. Akaenda mpaka the following day. Unajua pale niko na simu, najui kama niko na simu. So maybe hapo naona kama Mungu ananipenda. Maybe ningekufia hapo, maybe waseme alijiua, maybe kitu kama hiyo. So ikafika midnight, nikaamuka, though I was weak but I was able to contact my office in Kenya. Na nikachukua picha vile nimelala pale kwa bafu, nikawaambia condition yangu, nikawatumia audio clip. Ndio sasa wakatafuta ile ofisi ya Saudi Arabia. So ile ofisi ya Saudi Arabia ndio inatafuta ule mdosi wangu mbaba. Huyo baba, unajua huyo baba hakuwa anajua because that lady alikuwa anafanya vitu secretive. Alikuwa ananitesa kisiri. So ndio huyo bwana akampigia, hakuwa anaishi nyumbani, alikuwa anakaa town nyingine. Ndio sasa akasema nipeleke hospitali. Hivyo sasa ndio nilipeleka hospitali na ile simu yangu niko nayo. Kufika pale hospitali nikawekewa maji. Sasa unajua kufika pale hospitali hakuna mtu anaweza kukubeba. Unajua huyo mama alikuwa anakataa kunishika hata mkono. Ili crawl tu staircase mpaka chini. Kufika hapo chini driver akanisaidia kuingia kwa gari. So kufika pale OC, unajua mtu atakusaidia kushika mgonjwa wako. So aliletewa wheelchair. Aanze kunisukuma, so naweza cheka kidogo because aliniserve kidogo tu. So ile kunisukuma tu hivi, yani sasa akaanza kujionyesha vile yeye ananipenda, she's caring, and people are like, huyu madam ni mzuri, anashughulikia huyu maid wake. But I realize that is what narcissists do. They can torture you in private, but in public wataonyesha vile wao ni wazuri. So nikakaa pale, nikadimitiwa for 2 hours. Alikuwa anaogopa kama anaweza toroka. Yeah, so but mimi sikuwa na nguvu ya kutoroka. Akasema let me go, niangalie watoto narudi kumchukua. 2 hours narudi. So vile alienda ndio nilichukua ile simu yangu nikapiga picha. Hii picha sasa yenye niko hospitali. So ndio nikaficha tena. Si unaona, nikasema it's good. I can tell my story while I'm alive.
Yes.
Yeah, sasa ndio nikachukua hiyo picha nikasema no need ya kusema nilimwagiwa maji nikapeleka hospitali without evidence. So I had to take that photo, keep in a private app. Nikasema no, once I'm back in Kenya, maybe I'll show people what happens in Saudi Arabia. So I went back to the house na sikuonyesha kama nataka kuenda ama si ninakaa. So I was like, let me do my job. Yeah, I changed the attitude. Nikasema wacha nifanye kazi. Sikuwa nafanya kazi kidogo. I've done some videos. Unaona ninabeba after every month ninabeba 50 cartons of water from ground floor up to the upper floor. Na hapo kuna kazi nyingine inakungoja. But I thank God, nili change attitude, nikasema no. What I'll do, I'm going to turn my struggles into strength. So nikasema no, akinikosea leo, I'm going to do a content. That is a video I'm going to do, then I keep it private. So nikasema tu, nikaanza kusema hapana. Siwezi toka hapa Saudi Arabia kama nimeumia migongo, nimeumia mguu na niende bure, nianze kulialia. No, I'm going to do videos mingi. Nikipata chance ninatengeneza. Akienda shopping inaingia kwa room yangu natengeneza video, kitu yoyote natengeneza. So I keep them private. The moment I land in my country Kenya, I'm going to show the world what happens inside Saudi Arabia. So I was like, let me create awareness on what happens in Saudi Arabia.
Unaweza niambia nini ilikupea nguvu wakati ulikuwa unapitia haya majaribu yote? What kept you going?
My champions. My champions, D and F. Those are my champions.
Your 2 babies.
I love them so much, and I was like, my mom alichuna chai. Unajua nikimwangalia miguu yake iko na vidonda because anadungwa vijiti. I was like, why don't I make her smile? Hata kama sijapata ile kitu yenye anaweza sema mtoto wangu nimpeleka shule ameniletea. So I was like, mimi sina disability yoyote, let me use the energy. So hiyo inani keep going. I'm like, siwezi choka. That's
really good. Na kwa wale Kenyans ambao probably wako Saudi Arabia and they are being mistreated, how would you advise them or behave? Because for you went, it's not like you didn't go through challenges, but the way you transformed that challenge to like give you, ni kama mahali pa kuvent, because you go and rant in front of your cameras and just talk about it. Somehow inakusaidia even to heal your heart and give you peace. What would you advise this other lady?
Wanaitwa team hamam. Wanaitwa team strong. Mimi naweza kuambia team strong. Ikiwa uliamua, unajua Saudi Arabia ni kujituma. Hakuna mtu anasukuma mtu, ni kujituma. Unajua kenye kilikupeleka pale. Ukiona Mwarabu hataki kukurudisha kwa ofisi. Most Arabs, they are narcissists. Hawezi taka kukua loser. Ati wewe ndio win. Ukiona Mwarabu amekataa kukurudisha kwa ofisi, then it means he likes or she likes your work. So usianze kungangana ati wewe unataka kuenda kwa ofisi. Huyu anapenda kazi yako. What you need to change your attitude. Ukichange your attitude, siku zitakuwa zinasonga. Na kama unaona instead ya kuanza kuingia pale kwa mtandao unaanza kusema vile nimeteswa, kama unaweza pata ka chance ka kuingia hata kwa kona make a short video vile unateswa, you can create a YouTube channel, you upload your video and put it in private. So meanwhile ni wewe peke yako utawatch hiyo video ikiwa private. So saa zile umebaweka unawatch hiyo video, unaanza kuheal wewe mwenyewe. So unasema no, I'm not going to get out of this house kama sina kitu. Unaona? Na usiaibike, be proud of your work because that is your sweat. So tengeneza hizo videos zikupee moyo, zikutie nguvu. Juu unaonanga hata watu wakidance TikTok, maybe mtu anaona hii girl iko poa, ni kutupa tu stress. But you can turn your struggles into strength. Yeah.
Na kwa wale ambao, because even as we air these stories of challenges and the stress that happens in the Middle East, kuna wale bado saizi wana process papers zao kwenda kule, na kuna wale bado they are now looking to get those papers also, like they wanatamani pia to start that process of going there. Would you encourage somebody to go to Saudi, or mtu akifika mahali aone Kenya sipati job, I've tried for all these years na sijapata, would you encourage someone to opt for Middle East employment?
Okay, that is a nice question. Sasa hiyo sasa ni uamuzi wa mtu. Lakini ikiwa kama kuna ule mtu wako green kabisa, green na juu what happens, because now I'm creating awareness on what happens in Saudi Arabia. I have done many videos showing inside Saudi Arabia. Kama unataka kuenda na unasema let me check huyu mama amefanya nini kuhusu Saudi Arabia, maybe inaweza kumotivate ama ikuzuie. So siwezi ambia mtu ati uende usiende. No, that is a personal choice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na while ulikuwa kule, ulitumia that experience pia kuandika books. Can you tell us what motivated you to come up with this idea?
Yeah. So after I started doing I started my YouTube channel, I started covering a certain topic about narcissists. So more narcissism videos, and I attracted one of my subscribers, and she was like, you know what, I've been married for 48 good years and you're so young and wise. Then she wanted to know more about me. She reached me out through email, and she was like, I want to know more about you. And I told her, you know what, I work in Saudi Arabia, I'm from Kenya. At least I gave her my history, and she was like, what do you use to edit your videos? I'm using a phone. You need a laptop. And she was like, you need a laptop. Hey, it was a dream come true maybe, because I had lost my friend's laptop back in Kenya. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And she was like, just check out the laptop on Amazon, the one you like, I'll just buy it for you, give me your location.
Wow.
And that is how I got my laptop. So I was like, now I've gotten a laptop, yes, but I'm used to do videos with my phone. So I had bought a good phone anyway, so it was helping me do my videos, and I was not well conversant with the laptop. And I was like, how can I go home with this empty laptop? I have gone through a lot. My life is just a story of its own.
Yeah.
So I was like, what if I write a book about myself? And how can I get the title? And I was like, I'm a star already. And maybe I write a book about the life of a covered star. Maybe I'm a star and now I'm just shining from Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, this title is good, because people who used to watch my videos, they thought maybe I was in Canada, I was in USA, because people would be like, how is USA? How is Canada? And I was like, God can make you shine in darkness.
Yeah.
No, I'm a covered star then. That is how I wrote my first book, The Life of a Covered Star.
What's the book about?
It's about myself, how I grew up, everything about me, and how I had come now to the limelight. Yeah.
The second book now?
The second book is Untold Modern Slavery in the Middle East. After I've worked now for 26 months, at least I know what happens in the Middle East. Maybe I was like, why don't I write this book to the world? At least people will be able to know what happens before they make a step of going to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I tried and I published my book there in Kindle store. That is KDP in Amazon, in soft copy. But now I'll do in paperback later. Yeah, right now they're live.
All right.
Yeah.
How can people purchase those books and support you?
Yeah, you go to KDP Amazon. You search for that title, The Life of a Covered Star by Debra Nyanchoka. You just sit there and you follow the instructions. You'll be able to read it online. You can read it from your phone, anywhere.
Good.
Yeah.
And also you have a YouTube channel, because when you were in Saudi Arabia, you did so many videos and you were hoping to post them on your YouTube channel. Tell us about that, and tell us what more should Kenyans expect from your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I did a YouTube. I created a YouTube channel, the Lucky Mom Debra Nyanchoka. I came out of Saudi Arabia with 245 videos. I was committed anyway. I didn't have any time to waste. The moment I could get any time, a short break, I would do a video. So I had set myself like that. So I create awareness about the inside of Saudi Arabia. I do preach. Yeah, I'm a gospel preacher, and I do mental coaching on people, on victims of narcissism.
Okay.
Yeah, those people who have been demeaned, they have lost hope in life. If you look at the Lucky Mom, you will know that you can thrive after rejection.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what keeps me strong, and like, you know, I can thrive after rejection. Yeah, you have to accept rejection aggressively anyway, so that you can move on. The moment you fall down, you are not going to get stuck. Just dust off your feet and move
Rise
forward.
up and go.
Yeah.
That's good. In as much as umerudi Kenya, ulikuja Kenya on March 10th.
Yeah.
What are your plans now that you're back in the country? What do you want us to see in the Lucky Mom's life the next 1 year, for example?
Okay. So now, since I'm back alive, to tell my story, now I had been looking for a job and I didn't get, but this time around I want to create jobs for others because I'm going to create content, and mostly I'm going to preach the gospel because I've seen God with my own eyes. And then I'm going to give hope. Mostly I'm going to give hope to those people who work in Gulf, that never give up.
It's not the end of the road.
It's not the end of the road. So I know after Tuko, maybe many people are going to reach me and want to know, how do you survive after this rejection? I'm going to talk about rejection, how you can overcome it.
Yeah.
So that is going to be my content, and I'm going to shave those narcissists very well. So I'm going to create a space like an office and address and dig deeper about narcissism, because I'm a survivor of a narcissist queen.
Yeah.
So I want to give people hope that no situation is permanent.
Yeah.
So mostly I'm going to give people that there's no situation which is permanent, and you can thrive. You can thrive. With God, everything is possible.
Great. In as much as you're doing these videos, of course you would want Kenyans to subscribe and support you. Please tell them the name of the YouTube channel and how can they support you.
Okay. The name of my YouTube channel is The Lucky Mom Debra Nyanchoka. I have my profile Facebook page is called Kipfila Debra Nyanchoka. I have a Facebook page by the name The Lucky Mom Debra Nyanchoka. Okay. In Instagram, you can get me in The Lucky Mom Debra Nyanchoka. TikTok, the Lucky Mom Debra Nyanchoka. You can support me by subscribing to my channel. Buy my books from the Kindle store. Yeah. We need to build each other.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. And someone who wants to reach out to you, probably akuulize advice, wanaweza kuwa wako Kenya ama Saudi na anataka kukuongelesha directly. Is there a number you can share with them?
Yeah. My number is 0727 846 930.
That's good.
0727 846 930. You can reach me through email, debranyanchoka@gmail.com. Yeah.
That's good. All right. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us and using that, troubling and unsettling experience to launch you to the next level, such that all the suffering that you've endured haijakuwa for nothing. Imekuwa to propel you to the next level and to encourage other people. So we thank you for even sparing your time to coming all the way from Kisii overnight. That is commendable. We appreciate you and we wish you the very best. Kenyans, please support her, buy her books, subscribe to her channel. Tuko family, you know how we do. We support our people. So please go to her YouTube channel, The Lucky Mom, and support her, buy her books, go to her social media pages, and really, really, really rally behind her. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Debra.
Okay, thank you so much for hosting me. Before I leave, I have to thank my mother.
Please do that.
She's a
This
hero.
is your camera, yes.
Yeah, my mom is a hero. I can say a full package. Yeah, I love her so much. She has made me strong. She never rejected me.
Yeah.
Oh, parents outside there, if you have seen your child comes home maybe from a broken marriage, rejection, please accept them the way they are.
Mm.
God has a plan for everybody.
Yes.
I'm very happy because my parents, they never rejected me.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's light at the
end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So I don't regret for anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a walking testimony.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So as long as you have a message for your mom, I also want you to give a message to your kids, because they're your strength behind all these things that you've done. Your camera.
Oh, my champions. Oh, my champions. Be the champion. Oh, my daughter, I love you so much. What about F? Oh, F, my champion. I love you so much. You guys, you have cooperated and you've made my life easy, because I used to talk to you through over the phone, and you are nice people. You are following instructions.
That's good.
I love you so much.
All right.
Yeah.
That has been the story of Debra Nyanchoka. Please, guys, support her. Again, I will say that. Support her, because her story has not ended in suffering. She's using that suffering to propel her to the next level. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of the show. My name is Yvonne Kawira, and until next time, keep it Tuko.